Hello everyone! In this video, I'm going to walk through two of the most important tools of direct democracy in Arizona, the initiative and the referendum. These processes are built directly into the Arizona Constitution, and they give everyday citizens the power to shape state laws and policies, not just elected officials. Let's break down what they are, how they work, and why they matter. Let's start with the basics. An initiative is a process that allows citizens to propose new laws or constitutional amendments. Instead of waiting for the legislature to act, voters can draft a measure themselves and place it on the ballot. A referendum, on the other hand, allows citizens to approve or reject laws that legislature has already passed. It's essentially a public veto power. If voters don't like a law, they can gather signatures to put that law on the ballot and decide whether it should stand. So, in short, initiative equals citizens propose a law, and referendum equals citizens challenge a law. Both processes start with an idea, but they require organization and signatures to move forward. For an initiative, supporters must write the proposed law or constitutional amendment, file the proposal with the state, collect a required number of signatures from registered voters. The number depends on whether it's a statute or a constitutional amendment. Submit those signatures for verification. If enough signatures are valid, the initiative goes on the statewide ballot for voters to decide. For a referendum, the steps are similar, but the timing is tighter. Once a legislature passes a law, citizens have a limited window, usually 90 days, to gather signatures. If they collect enough valid signatures, the law is put on hold and placed on the ballot. Voters then decide whether the law should take effect or be rejected. Both processes require significant grassroots effort, but they give citizens a direct path to lawmaking. Now, initiatives and referendums are closely related, but they serve different purposes. They're similar that they both rely on citizen signatures, they both result in statewide vote, and they both bypass the legislature and put power directly into the hands of the voters. But they're different in that an initiative creates a new law or constitutional amendment, a referendum reviews or blocks a law that legislators already passed, and initiatives can be proactive, referendums are reactive. Initiatives can be filed at any time, but referendums are tied to the legislative calendar. Think of initiatives as, let's make this law, and referendums as, let's double check that law. Like any democratic tool, initiatives and referendums come with strengths and challenges. They both empower citizens to address issues the legislature avoids. They allow for innovation and policy experimentation. They reflect public priorities more quickly than legislative action. And some of the cons can be they can be influenced by well-funded interest groups. Complex policy questions may reduce to simple yes or no choices. And once passed, initiatives can be difficult for the legislature to amend. The pros of the referendums are they act as a check on legislative powers. They prevent unpopular or rush laws from taking effect. They increase accountability by forcing lawmakers to consider voter reaction. Some of the cons are the short signature gathering window can limit grassroots participation. They can delay or freeze important legislation. Like initiatives, they can be shaped by political campaigns and advertising. Both tools strengthen democracy, but they also require informed voters and transparent public debate. How these processes support direct democracy in Arizona. The Arizona Constitution was written during the Progressive Era, a time when many states were trying to reduce corruption and increase citizen control over government. Arizona embraced these ideas more boldly than most. Initiatives and referendums are central to that vision. They ensure that citizens are not passive observers of government, that lawmakers are accountable to the people, public power is shared, not concentrated in the legislature, and voters can shape policy directly, especially when elected officials fail to act. In other words, these tools make the people of Arizona active participants in governing, not just every 2 or 4 years of election time, but whenever major issues arise. So, to sum it up, initiatives and referendums are powerful mechanisms that allow Arizonans to propose laws, challenge laws, and ultimately guide the direction of their state. They embody the spirit of the direct democracy that framers of the Arizona Constitution believed in, putting real decision-making power in the hands of the people. Thanks for listening, and I hope this clarified how the processes work and why they matter.